try to find salvation through laws and being good, and you're washing in this and that and everything else. But to find God, you have to find Him in your heart.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
does God die in the New Testament?
You see, I'm still going to.
Does God die in the New Testament?
I will answer his question.
Yeah, it's interesting because can God die? That's what they believe. Ask him.
Give him
How?
a compliment, but you see how they won't let you speak. You understand for yourself. Let me just give him the compliment because I might be rude to him in a minute. I want to say, well done.
No, the question is to address to the young people
it's
here.
What you did.
No.
It's something you did.
Excuse me.
No.
Could you kindly address them?
You did.
No.
You
I'm not interested.
Discussion with
I would like you to address them. How do you believe God dies in the New Testament? Go ahead. Please listen.
The New Testament. Getting back to what we're talking about.
Yeah. How does God die?
What we're talking about. God didn't die. Jesus died.
And who is he? Is he God?
Jesus is God, man. Jesus, you see, you have to look up words. Yes, God, man. Because you have to understand the word incarnate. God entered his creation. He took a body and became man because he created. We're only a creation. We have no
Why did
right.
that creation, why did God go after when Jesus died? His body died.
No, God is by. Jesus is in heaven now, fully.
So he didn't really die then,
And
really?
Jesus died and he rose again to defeat death. We know that when we die, we don't fear death. You know why? We know that when we wake up in death, we will be alive again. But none of you have any idea what's going to happen to you when you die. What happens when you die?
Sure. When I die,
Yes.
When I die, my body disintegrates.
Right.
Right. But I have a soul.
Yeah.
God created this soul for me, which continues. So, do you believe
No,
God?
I asked you the question.
I'm answering.
No. You see,
If you allow me to answer.
I asked him a question, and you've seen me discuss it
I was
for
trying
you
to
and
finish
give you
my
an
answer.
opportunity.
Is that allowing
And
to
then they
finish?
keep changing it. This is a deceiver. Right?
I was simply asking him to explain to the young, people here, how do
You're
you
a deceiver
explain
like the rest of your
that God
Dawah team. You're a
dies?
deceiver. You're a deceiver because I was speaking to these people.
I speak to them, but explain to them how you believe God dies.
You asked a question that was completely irrelevant.
Was
to
it
our
irrelevant?
conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
God
yes.
dying,
And I
is
wanted
it
to give
relevant
him
or
a
irrelevant?
compliment for something,
Can you tell him?
but he wouldn't allow me.
Answer him.
Don't involve the little boy in here.
God, who is the creator of everything, is not little. Don't undermine him. He's intelligent. Perhaps he's more intelligent than me and you.
I'll report it.
No.
They're not supposed to be on camera.
So he's saying God dying is not relevant to the conversation.
I haven't said.
But he already, what's your name?
He's telling you what I haven't said. They're
Ryan,
deceivers.
you already know it makes no sense that God dying,
I
right?
didn't say all
How
this.
can God die?
I haven't
So
said all this
maybe
for
he
the
can
camera.
explain,
I
right?
didn't say any of this. The deceiver is at it again.
God doesn't die.
Yet again, I come here in peace. But how can you be in peace with a deceiver? He's putting words into my mouth. He's talking about a subject I've
Don't be
not
afraid,
talked
don't be
about,
afraid.
and he's making out I'm the bad one. You're the one who's come into a private conversation.
Private?
And you've
Speaker's
jumped in
corner.
with a question.
You're speaking to
that was
little
not-
children,
that was
and
not-
that becomes a private
that was
conversation.
not even under
You
topic.
should be very...
You,
no,
the deceiver.
1 second.
Hashim, second in command, another deceiver.
1 second. Someone speaks to children, and that calls a private conversation.
I wasn't speaking
Are you
to a
mum?
child.
Should you not be worried about this?
About what?
He says he's having a private conversation with your kids. I would be worried.
It's fun, but he is really.
So what we were saying is,
Respect on each other.
Yeah.
I think we should respect each other.
Don't let your children get involved.
so God doesn't die. Is that a new belief in Christianity, that God doesn't die?
My children, they don't.
This is what they do. They don't want us to speak to Muslims, but Muslims are coming to faith.
He's intelligent.
Muslims are
Don't
coming to
undermine
faith
him.
at This corner.
She's
They're
intelligent.
frightened
Don't
to
undermine
speak
her.
Because of these people. They are frightened to speak because of people like you.
Excuse me.
Yes, people like you.
Do God die in your belief?
Maybe you should stop having private conversations.
No,
with
maybe
children
you should stick
and
to your
talk
camera
parents
because you
about
haven't got a
religion.
brain. I've
Because
told you
they have
before.
more developed
Brainless
brains
cameramen
to
should keep
accept the
quiet.
religion. Do you understand?
Brainless
Instead, he
cameramen
goes to
should
the
keep
children
quiet.
who
Yeah, All of a sudden he's a speaker. He's got a voice.
Can you
He's
stop
got a
shouting
voice.
in my ear?
Well, then move away.
Can you stop shouting
Move
in my ear?
away.
So basically, what you're saying.
Sorry, brother.
So one thing has become clear.
You're a cameraman. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. You're a cameraman with no brain.
So in your belief, God doesn't die, right? So are you saying God doesn't die in your belief?
To you because you're a deceiver.
Tell him then.
I don't want to tell him. Why are you bringing children?
That's the level of intelligence
Why
I
are
can
you
see
bringing children into
in this discussion.
Why are you bringing children into it? You've come into a conversation.
You are speaking to children in a private conversation
where we were getting on fine, but you're
getting on fine
to hear the truth, and so the deceiver comes
Why don't you
along
pick your
and muddles
own
it
side?
up, puts words in.
Pick someone your own side.
Came here to
if you want to have a private conversation
today, but how can you love this brother who's a deceiver? Fellow base cameraman is number 4 in place now. Yeah, you see, number 5 over there.
Yeah, he was talking to you. Wasn't
Okay, brother. What were you?
Was he talking to you? Was he talking to you? What you should do, move her away from him. Move him away.
I gave him the respect to come in and say something, but he changed the topic.
Because he hijacked the conversation.
Yes, and he put words into my mouth, but I won't have it. I won't have this deceiver deceiving me. He can deceive other people.
What did I deceive?
But I won't stand for it.
I want to know. Now I'm going to stand here, and I am going to what? Defend my honor, right?
I feel so sorry
What did
for
I
your
deceive?
Muslim women.
Excuse me.
If you're married, I feel sorry for your
What did I
life.
deceive?
I feel so sorry.
What
for
did
your
I deceive?
wife. You won't give her a chance.
What
to
did
say
I
anything.
deceive? Now be a man enough and tell the whole people, what did I say that was deceptive? Ryan, what's your opinion? A belief in which God
talks to children.
But you were having a private conversation with them. Look at the hypocrite. Look at the hypocrite.
Can I just say something, people? You are not allowed to have children on camera. You are not allowed to interview.
They're not recording them.
I'm trying to do him a favour because I'm going to report it, and the phone will be taken down. You cannot bring children in.
No one is filming the kids. Don't you get it?
Yes,
they're filming you as a hypocrite.
You see, I'm trying to help him.
Right. What is your opinion of someone who believes God is killed by other people? What's your opinion? Do you think that is God, that you can kill him? Can you kill God? Ask him, how does he believe God was killed by the Jewish people? Debate him. Debate him. Debate him.
Who did they believe that God is? Jesus. That's what he said, right? That he believes that Jesus is God. Yeah?
Amen. Thank you, little one. Thank you, little one.
That's his belief. Yeah. And he has belittled God by making him into a human being.
No, he's not belittling my God.
Let the lady speak. Can you let the lady speak?
Not your God. Maybe your God. Maybe your God. Maybe that's your God. That was belittling
How can he belittling some but my God?
Exactly.
Right.
Come on. How can you belittle God? God is God all by himself.
Exactly.
God is all by himself.
Does he have a son?
He has that son.
So he's not all by himself then. He's got to someone else.
Oh, come on.
He's one God, 3 persons.
In one.
Because if you don't have 3 persons,
Is each
if you
person
don't
God?
have, if you're,
Hold on.
how can Allah love if there's nobody to love?
Okay, let me explain.
No, you tell us now.
I will
how
tell you now.
How can Allah love?
Sure. You're going to let me speak without interrupting, right? Okay.
Explain that, and he's on.
How does, so the question is, very, very important question. How does Allah love if there's no one to love? Okay? In Islam, what we believe about God is this. God is eternal with no beginning. That means all his attributes like loving, creating, being generous, being kind, being
Love is not
merciful.
an attribute.
Excuse me, do not interrupt when I'm speaking, right?
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to answer. So,
See the arrogance.
so these attributes,
You're full of pride. Watch.
the attributes of God were not acquired. No one gave God that this is how you love. God had the attribute of love already inherent, meaning within him. God had attributes of mercy within him. Attributes of forgiveness already inherent within him. So, when there was no one to forgive, who did God forgive? I can ask in your belief. When there was no one to punish, who did God punish? In his belief, there was someone else to punish. That was Jesus. So God must have punished Jesus. God must have forgiven him, Jesus. Hang on.
No, because you're...
Let me finish. I have not finished.
I can't just let
Okay.
him waffle
So,
on.
as I'm
God
answering the
did not
question,
punish Jesus.
So,
Jesus
when
willingly
there was
gave
no
himself
one-
for us.
excuse me,
Gave himself.
would you let me finish my answer?
No, because you waffle on and you don't make
Let me
sense.
finish.
It's your understanding.
Right.
It's the wrong understanding.
So let me ask you the question in
Otherwise, I'll
return.
let you go on. But once you make a serious error, I've got to stop you
Okay.
because it's
Who did God punish when there was no one to punish?
God didn't punish anybody.
Jesus.
Okay. Is God,
Hallelujah.
We love Jesus.
Hallelujah.
is God in your belief a God of
Again, he's
wrath?
asking. Look, you see how they hijacked it. He's going to be asking the question.
Because I want to show
Ask him
consistency.
To answer a question.
Consistency.
He hasn't answered it. Answer
Okay.
the question.
So as I was answering, thank you. So you come back to your senses. Good. So in our belief,
Condescending.
no, he's not finished yet. In our belief about God, God is absolutely independent. That means he doesn't need anything of the creation. So when there was no creation to create, God was still a creator, because one of his attributes is he can create. But in your belief, God cannot be the creator. Excuse me. Would you let me finish?
No, you talk rubbish.
Listen.
But you talk rubbish.
Okay.
Show me where it tells you God's got all these attributes.
Listen.
Show me where it
In
says
the
it.
Quran,
Show me.
God is
Show
called
me.
Al-Khaliq, the creator.
Yes.
Al-Wadud,
Yes.
the most
I'm
loving
waiting for
one.
the deceiver.
Al-Ghafur and
I'm waiting for the
Al-Ghaffar.
deceiver. And the deceiver.
Ar-Rahman
I'm
Ar-Rahim,
waiting for the deceiver
Al-Tawwab,
bit.
Al-Shakur,
You need
Al-Latif,
deceiver.
Al-Khabir.
I'm waiting
So,
for the deceiver.
listen.
Deceiver.
So,
The deceivers are already here.
as we realize, listen. Now,
So where's the deceiver bit? Get to the deceiver bit. Yeah.
slowly.
Get to the
Look,
deceiver.
if you think when I'm answering, you will understand the answer. So
How
when,
can I understand when it's gibberish?
how can you
Gibberish.
understand when you don't even listen?
Gibberish.
God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right?
Telling him he's
To
making
listen,
it up.
rather than talk more. Listen more.
No, he can't answer it. It's all gibberish.
So as I was speaking, that when you have God, God doesn't need to have somebody
This
there.
deceiver is telling you about God. Can you make? You couldn't make this up. The deceiver is telling you about Almighty God, who is holy, pure, loving, forgiving, who gave His only Son that you might be set free and have eternal life. And the deceiver is explaining Him to us.
Let's work out
Can you
then.
make this up?
Because he's talking about God having a son, right?
You can't make it up.
Is the Son of God like God? Don't deceive now.
Yeah,
Is the Son of God in your belief like God?
the Son of God is God.
Right. Now you realize the Son of God died.
Can I just tell you why?
Died.
God is God the Father,
We can't hear you, mate.
God the Son.
That's 1, 2,
We can't hear you.
3.
It's 3 persons, but one God.
Creator of all those three.
One, no, not creator, not creator.
He's the creator
No.
of those three
Let me
and
just
all of
explain.
it.
Let me just explain.
Why are you whispering?
God is not knowable. He reveals Himself through Jesus Christ, His creation,
Who was his daughter, right?
and
Was Jesus the daughter of God?
now that Jesus is not here, the Spirit of God is here. Muslims have visions and dreams about Jesus. So when you get them,
You know it's Shaitan if you get the visions. That God is a man or a woman, you know it's Shaitan.
don't dismiss them. You will get visions and dreams of Jesus.
Yeah.
And many Muslims come to faith through it. This is serious, all right? So whatever else that this deceiver says, I mean, he can't help it. If your Allah is the greatest of deceivers, why wouldn't he be?
Right. So now we have what we've heard is this. So you have a God. Excuse me. You have a God.
Allah
Excuse me.
is the greatest of the
Mr. Heckler, listen.
Isn't it the same as Satan?
Okay.
Is Satan the greatest of the Satan?
Yes, sir.
So we've just heard.
Satan the greatest of
You're not finished yet? Good. We've just heard
Come on, why are you
God
answering this?
has a son, right? God has a son.
Sheikh Mansur can't answer.
If somebody has a son, did God have a wife? Ask them.
Imam Mansur can't answer.
Who is God's wife?
Why?
God has a son. Who is God's wife?
See, I
Is the
told you.
greatest.
You're
of the
insulting them.
Why?
God
Why
does
is Allah
not
the
have a
greatest?
wife because God
Come on, who
created
is
Sister, they insult
He's not a
Islam.
son. but
He's
he's
a
not
son.
a son.
It's a title because it's the revelation of God. God is a Godhead. God is a Godhead that nobody can understand. We only understand Him through Jesus Christ. That throughout history, for 2,000 years, scholars, pagans, philosophers, Jews, everybody agrees that He was the perfect human being. And while He had nails in His fingers and on His feet, He had His back torn off, nailed to the cross.
Can you put God on a cross?
You see?
Can you?
He said,
does it make sense?
forgive them.
Can you kill God? Does it make sense? Can you kill God who is ever living, always living? You can't. So He's asking you to believe that you can actually kill God? Imagine this belief.
How old is he? He's talking to a 7-year-old boy. I'm asking you. Mansur, did Jesus die on the cross?
So Mansur speaking to
Okay.
him, yeah?
Is Jesus die on the cross?
Answer the question.
It's
Jesus
interesting.
answer the cross?
In the period of Easter, it's an interesting question. When you say Jesus, you mean He's God, right?
No, we're asking you.
I want clarification.
Christ, you see, he won't answer the question. The deceiver will not answer.
Brother.
I want you to clarify your points in this statement. Did Jesus die on the cross, right?
Answer with a question.
Listen.
Ask the question. Very good.
Okay, right.
You tell us in the Quran.
To believe.
Did Jesus die on the cross?
Okay, and now I'm going to answer the question.
By asking the question.
No, I'm going to answer.
I want to answer.
Listen. When
Jesus died on the cross.
Sure. In here, when you ask a question, if something is not clear, we need to know what you mean by it. When you say, did Tom die in a death penalty in an electrocution, we know Tom may be a name of a person. So when you say, did Jesus die on the cross, are you saying Jesus who is God, or are you saying Jesus who is like any other human being?
So once again, we have verbal gymnastics. Verbal gymnastics, that's what it is. He's
Clarification.
Rather than responding to a very clear question.
To me, it's not clear.
Historical figure called Jesus.
Man or
My
God?
question to you.
A man is talking about. Now I understand
My
it.
question to you.
Good, got it.
Is, did that Jesus, the historical Jesus, did he die on the cross? Yes or no?
Right.
Very simple.
So now
Okay.
we are dealing with. I'm speaking to these young people. Don't bother answering your question, but to them because they're interested to find out.
I asked him a question.
I am answering.
And he's answering someone else.
No.
Answer me.
I don't talk to you.
What?
I don't talk to you. You know why I don't talk to you?
That don't make no sense.
I don't talk to you
I
either.
asked him
For a reason.
question, and then he says he doesn't talk to me.
Yes, but I'll answer them for a very good reason. Here it is. Here it is.
So, can you answer my question?
Listen.
Can you answer my question?
So here's the discussion. The question we've had. The question we heard was this: did a historical figure die on the cross? Right?
Now he's lying. I said the historical figure of Jesus Christ.
That's the point you're
He said,
discussing.
historical figure. Get it right.
Don't get scared. Just let him answer.
So you have someone. You have.
Jesus. I'm not talking about anyone else.
You're showing your Christianity. Don't worry. We're happy with this.
So you have someone called Jesus, who is a historical figure. Did he die on the cross? Is your question. I want some confirmation of what you mean by historical figure. Was he more than a man? Or was he simply a man? It makes a difference. It makes a difference in answering the question.
Why are you begging?
If he was God, then obviously
This is embarrassing.
we will. If he was
I'm
God,
a Christian,
you know,
and he's talking about
and you
is he a
know
God or man.
that you cannot kill
It's
God.
not clear if he's a god or man. We have to ask you.
Okay, is this historical figure God or not God?
So, I'm going to ask Mansur a question for the 4th time. Did the historical Jesus die on the cross?
Calm down. You're in front of
And
children.
that's my
Calm
question.
down. Calm down.
Do not try to evade the question.
Is this historical figure
Do not ask me the
Jesus
question.
God
You answer.
or man only?
We're
Or
going to keep
God
doing
only?
this. We're going to keep doing this with answers. And what is
No one's going to have a conversation with you because you're not qualified.
Because our Muslim friends, they will do anything to evade and to change the subject. It's a very clear question.
It's not clear
quite
to
a
me.
very clear answer.
It's not clear to me.
We all know.
So you are under obligation to clarify to me when you ask.
No.
The clarification that we all asked, this historical figure, was he God only or man
And
only?
they say in Surah 4:157.
Are you listening? Are you even listening to what he's asking?
Is that even
He
interesting?
There's no point,
did not
Brother
die.
Mansur.
That's what the Quran says. So
no
I want
So as you can see,
clarification
guys, there's no
from
clarity.
Mansur what the Quran already says in Surah 4:157. My question to you is again.
Yeah, can you take him to the side? Take him to the side.
1 hour debate. They want to debate.
Yeah, no, take him to the side.
He can't answer.
Yeah, you got your little video feature.
So what's happening now?
This man Lamin owes everybody money. Everybody
As you guys can see, we never
As we were saying, any belief system, any religion said God came down like a dog or a rat or a sheep or an elephant or a monkey. Okay, I'm speaking to her. Imagine any belief. We're not talking to you.
I'm asking you a
See you later. Bye-bye. Not interested. You can't.
Who was talking to children first?
Yes.
Do you know what happened? Mansur's got a free.
So any belief, okay, I'll address any belief system
Why can't you
in
answer
which
the simple question?
people believe God became a rat or a cat or a dog or a tree or a